Right, hi guys, Colin Polt here and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel. Right, I've just taken a break from sorting the puppies out. Well, actually, I wasn't sorting them out, I was doing a puppy update. Our Springer Spaniels have puppies and I've been doing a bit of a video about that as well. But anyway, you've probably watched a couple of videos about Fire Arc 1, 2 and 3, or Fire Arc and Fire Arc 2 and 3. Well, if you haven't, go check them out now, but I'm taking a break from frying stuff at 4000 volts AC at 3 amps, and the next project is building a Tesla coil, which basically means a transformer which takes 240 volts in, and on the secondary coil generates anything up to 4000 volts plus. Now there are industrial transformers out there that can take it's 240 volt AC in, and you get about 75 kV out. Well, I'm using microwave oven transformers, as you know, and I could do another one locally, Portsmouth area please. I could also do a 25 litre emulsion paint bucket, because I want to make a bucket capacitor. If you're not sure what that is, you can check it out in Google, no problem. But basically what I'm doing, as you can see here, I've got 240 volt in, high voltage transformer out. There's my bucket capacitor. So you got primary 240, secondary high voltage. I mean, I'm talking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30,000 volts. Whatever you can get hold of, but be very careful if you do get hold of top end stuff. 1000 volts will kill you. I'm working with 8 at the moment, so you know, be very careful, like I've said before in these videos. Don't say I haven't told you, because I have. But anyway, like I said, primary, secondary. We've got a primary circuit over here, which is 8mm microbore copper pipe, and there will be 10 circuits. So basically, your secondary coil forms around this circuit, goes round and round and round, the copper pipe comes back, okay, like that. Capacitor in between. The capacitor charges, it gets to saturation, spark jumps the gap, and as this circuit collapses due to magnetic flux, magnetic field, it induces a charge onto the secondary coil here, which mine's going to be 2000 windings of 0.5mm magnet wire. Bottom of the tube will be to ground, top of the tube to the aluminium pipe, also known as the toroid, I think. And as the circuit cycles, this charges up, and when it peaks out at 500,000 plus volts, we should start seeing some nice 6 volt lightning bolts and some corona and plasma and stuff around here. So basically, I've got some bits and pieces today. Down here, I've got the, I'll take this outside so I can show you. This is the aluminium ducting. It's 100mm, and there's 3 meters of it. Good thing about this is you can stretch it out and then bend it round to form a circle for the toroid. And that was only, I think that was £7, about £8 for that from B&Q. So that's the aluminium for the toroid, and then as you can see here, I've got some PVC pipe. You can get a whole 10 foot of that for £5.48 from B&Q. This is what I'm going to wind my secondary coil around. Obviously on top will be the toroid. I can never say that word. Okay, and also for £2.50 there's 2 end caps. So basically on the top here I'll have a round piece of wood, maybe 4mm marine ply, so it doesn't matter if it gets wet or something, which that is fixed to. In the centre of the wood there'll be a hole which that will glue into, and then the pipe just pushes into the bottom of that, see, and then there'll be another one in the bottom here, another piece of wood which I shall wind my 8mm microbore onto. So the bottom will go to earth, The top will simply clip onto the aluminium ducting to the toroid. This will be the 2000 windings magnet wire, and a coupling both ends for easily assembly and disassembly. That's about it really. That's as far as I've got. I've got the pipe couplings and the aluminium. I've got the magnet wire upstairs. I'm only going to need probably about 4 foot of this tube, and someone's going to let me use a big industrial centre lathe. And what I do, I'll have that between, I'll have some internal hard jaws set up on a lathe, and maybe turn up a wooden bung to put in the other end, and I've cut it in a revolving centre on the lathe, and then I'll have it dead slow in reverse, and then get someone to hold the reel of magnet wire, sorry, and just start my windings. You could do it by hand with someone turning it, but it's going to be laborious and be a bit tricky. So I've got access to a large industrial lathe, so that's great. Once I've wound them onto here and done a couple of holes to fix it, obviously I'll make connections to the toroid and to the earth, then spray the whole lot with a lacquer just to make it all stick and give it a bit of protection. The transformer circuit's almost up and running. I've got a couple of spark plugs. I'm using motor vehicle spark plugs as a try, because obviously they spark and I need a spark gap, and I've cut the anode connection that goes across here off, so I've got to make up a jig to hold those two together and adjust the spark gap. I don't think I'm going to use the 2000 volt capacitors I've got here. I'm going to go ahead with my speckled hen bucket capacitor. I'm going to collect a few more of these bottles, and then I need someone. I've already put a note onto Facebook, but I've had no response yet. I mean, I've got 300 plus friends on Facebook, plus their friends of friends of friends, and I can't believe no one has got a 20 or 25 litre paint bucket empty with a lid. Somebody must have done some decorating over the 6 weeks holiday. You know, it's kind of hard to believe no one's, you know, when you work that out, what's that, 300 frames? That's thousands of people, and not one of them's got a bucket. Come on, guys. And I could do with a couple more microwave ovens as well for my transformers and capacitor banks. So, please, 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 if anyone's got a 20-25 litre empty emulsion paint bucket with a lid, I will pay pound notes for it, even though it's empty. And Portsmouth area, please. I don't like, you know, someone saying, "Oh, we've got one on the other side of London." Oh, there's one in Northamptonshire. I'm not driving miles and miles, but I will drive, you know, Pompey, Hornding, Cowplain, those sort of areas, and I will pay pound notes for a decent empty one. So there you go. That's about it really. I just thought I'd give you an update on my Tesla Coil project. Yeah, so there you go. Simple circuit. You don't have to be any sort of electronics whiz to understand that. If you don't know anything about the bits I've talked about, like HV capacitor, just go on YouTube. That's a bank of knowledge about any of this sort of stuff. People are out there doing it. It's great fun to do, but please be responsible. And if you're not sure about anything and you're not very old, like, you know, if you're 22 plus and you need the help of an adult, then ask your dad. I'm sure he'd be glad to help you. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, guys, within a 20-mile radius of Portsmouth, Avon and that, I'll pay pound notes to come and grab your old microwave oven off you. It's got to be an old one, not a newish one, not within the last 2 years, because new ones have inverters in them and they're no good. And a 20-25 litre empty paint bucket with a lid in good condition. I'll pay pound notes for that as well. Okay, I'm off. Cheers. See ya. Bye.